supposed to be in here, in there, or somewhere, floating like an autumn leaf, having no place to go home, tossed again and again by the wind, gentle at times, fierce and destructive at other times. Am I the child of man, or am I the child of morbid destiny? Following my thorny path, seeking fortune and joy amidst destruction.
Welcome to the Arabian Traveler Poetry, المسافر العربي للشعر. This is your host, Muhammad Bader, aka the Arabian Traveler. I'm broadcasting today from the beautiful Pacific Northwest in Portland, Oregon. Fifth. I'm back after almost 6 months of absence. My last episode, Unsolicited Thoughts, was published in June 2025. This year, in 2026, I decided to create Season 3 and refocus my energy on rebuilding and reshaping my podcast to include my own personal growth and development and my new journey into becoming a psychotherapist, couples therapist, and a counselor, and a coach. Season 3 is the reflections of my life's work as a Palestinian immigrant expressed in spoken poetry, both in English and in Arabic. This episode, number 1, will focus on the reason why I am switching from being a public administrator to going back to my original love, which is doing psychotherapy, poetry, and just plain working with people, loving the arts. I have to mention that I am really fortunate, and I want to thank all of my listeners across the globe because the Arabian Traveler has been doing really well on Apple Podcast and Spotify. As a matter of fact, and because of the love you all have given me, it won several awards, and the membership has increased tremendously above and beyond what I was expecting. One of the awards we received for the Arabian Traveler this year was the 2025 Rising Star. In 2025, the show's growth outpaced 90% of other shows, and the same year, 2025, the average rating was higher than 75% of other shows. Also, in 2025, it was the most shared show of its kind. Our total audience for the Arabian Traveler increased by 228%, and our total audience jumped by almost 1,000%. My followers increased by about 19%. Thank you. I couldn't have done this without you. I really see the love and appreciate that. Now, going back to the new journey. In July of 2025, I took a lovely trip to Great Britain, Belgium, and Amsterdam. I had a great time. I loved seeing those beautiful countries, meeting people, got a chance to meet with some family members in Amsterdam and had a great time. After my return, I struggled personally with complex issues that made me rethink my career. Over the past 30 years, I worked as a public human services for one of the largest counties in Oregon. I'm glad to say that now I decided to retire from that kind of work and focus again on my passion as a poet and a songwriter and a counselor. In addition, as a licensed mental health counselor, I wanted to refocus my energy on mental health and the importance of that to achieve personal and emotional stability. As a public administrator, working day in, day out with all the pressures, It was for sure a pounding force that created a lot of tension and anxiety for me. And I did not recognize that until I took some time off. I had to take some sick leave. And so I had to make a conscious decision in my own personal life to safeguard my physical health through making a decision to take care of my own mental health, investing in therapy, going to see a therapist, and talking frankly with my doctors about the fact that anxiety was causing me a lot of sleepless nights. And I was really very fortunate to have great doctor or great therapists that helped me pull through and get out of that depression, be able to sleep, and with the help of therapy and medicine, I was able to regain back my confidence. And so that's why I'm just going to refocus this season, season 3, on the personal growth and development through poetry, through psychotherapy. Fortunately, I put more than 30 years in one place. I have seen a lot of growth and development being where I was. Have seen tremendous promotions, almost about 8 or 9 promotions through my history with the organization. But at some point, one has to move on. And I realized that it was taxing me emotionally and mentally. As I was anticipating retirement and the complex emotion I felt, I wrote this poem. And if you imagine if your soul is a piece of paper and you crush it with time and it just kind of gets wrinkled and wrinkled, I called this poem The Iron Man. Not because I'm an iron kind of a person, but I felt like it took, you got to be like some sort of an Iron Man to last for 30 years in government, working in bureaucracies, working with elected officials, and working with a system that is governed by policies, procedures, and etiquette and protocols. And in all of these years, I was able to uphold those etiquettes and protocols. But 30 years will put wrinkles on your soul. I later then turned this poem into a song that I will play, hopefully. And I had to utilize the help of AI because I don't have a beautiful voice. And so I did use AI to help me with that and had to borrow someone else's voice. So here we go. This is the poem, The Iron Man. I was once an Iron Man, bold, brave, determined. I once was the shiny penny, the new, the young, the one full of vitality and vigor. Dreams and ideas poured of me like rain. Yes, also I was the one who did not walk away from a fight, the one with great ambitions, desires, and a hunger to fix it all, to be a champion, not for others, but to satisfy a hunger within my soul, to soar, to create an impact, to be sublime. Then 30 years flew, 30 years imprinted wrinkles on my soul, and only then I realized and saw the daggers buried within. All of a sudden I woke up and realized this camel cannot take any more knives in the back, and this ball in the ring had its last hurrah, spared by the slaughter, for it has done so well, fought a good fight, gave a great show. Yet the wrinkles of time brought me to my knees, not by a single piercing stab, but by 1,000 incremental jabs. Many a matadors this ball has faced, like water carving a canyon over years by water, storm, and wind. Suddenly you realize that your soul was itched by good memories at times, by the company of great people, by the huge accomplishments you achieved, and by the huge betrayals you've endured. carving that formidable human being you are now. Not weak, but older in mission. And yes, if I had to, I will do it over and over again. For you don't get what you want by wishes, but success must be won. For all the scars of the battle, I won. It was difficult, but won. What I'll remember most are the people I served. People who put a smile on my face. People who lifted my spirit when I got down. And most of all, those who gave me a kick in the behind to keep on going. My friends, I feel the daggers and the pain, not by any person or a group, but by time, by the ebb and flow of the tides, the unpredictable nature of human beings, and by the relentless pursuit of perfection. But now I withered, old for some, but not very old, healthy, but not perfect. Now I count the days to sit and sip a drink, watching the sunset, dreaming about what could be the next big adventure. I look at the horizon and see many milestones. The journey is not over, and I like to start a new chapter. I will continue to fulfill that work as it never ends. However, today, I will do that on my own terms. And I sigh, a big, great sigh of relief. And this bull in the ring had its last hurrah, spared by the slaughter, for it has done so well, fought a good fight, gave a great show.
I was an Iron Man, bold, brave, determined. I once the shiny penny, the new, the young, the one full of vitality and vigor. Dreams and ideas poured off of me like rain. Yes, also I was the one who did not walk away from a fight, the one with great ambitions, desires, and hunger to fix it all, to be a champion. Not for others, but to satisfy a hunger within my soul, to soar, to create an impact. Yo, be sublime. And 30 years flew. 30 years flew, 30 years imprinted wrinkles on my soul. And only then I realized and saw the daggers buried within. All of a sudden I woke up and bit my realized this camel cannot take any more knives in the back. And this bull in the ring had its last hurrah. Yo, be sublime. And this bull in the ring had its last hurrah. Spared the slaughter for he's done so well. Fought a good fight, gave a great show. Fought a good fight, gave a great show.
I decided to focus on things that nurture my soul. I am now moving my energy and thus my podcast to focus on personal growth and development throughout poetry and embracing work-life balance. Going back in time, as I mentioned, I'm an immigrant who came to the USA in 1986. I was hoping to be trained to be a good Samaritan counselor, someone who gives but expects nothing in return. I was sponsored by a lady who adopted me to be her own son, Betty P. Mitchell. She's the founder of Good Samaritan Ministries International. Betty and Good Samaritan Ministries funded my trip to the USA and paid for my initial ticket to come to the USA in August 3rd, 1986. I was so excited as I set foot on American soil for the first time. I had no money, but 2 suitcases and a passport and an optimistic smile. Here's a poem I wrote as I was embarking on the departure from Jerusalem. Cross the border, a voice whispered, sail away, sail away. Across the border, nothing was waiting for me. 2 suitcases, a passport, a few dollars, and a very optimistic smile.
couple suitcases, a travel document, a few dollars, and an optimistic smile. Across the border, a voice whispered, sail away. I crossed the border, nothing was waiting for me. A couple suitcases, a travel document, a few dollars, and an optimistic smile. Couple suitcases, a travel document, a few dollars, and an optimistic smile.
The Arabic translation is عبر الحدود عبر الحدود صوت ما يهمس لي أبحر بعيدا وعبرت الحدود لا شيء بجعبتي سوى حقيبتي لا شيء بجعبتي سوى حقيبتي سفر جواز السفر حفنة دولارات وابتسامة أمل. Although I felt the love of my new family in Portland, few years later I started to miss home, Jerusalem, particularly the Old City. And I wrote this poem, Ahmed the Arab.
لا تسألني عن اسمي وعنواني، فالليلة والنجم اخواني، وكواكب الدنيا ترافقني، ومسير الله تعاني، فقد أهلي وخلاني، وهمت في بلاد الغربة إشقاني. سالت الليلة يطويني بجناحي، والنجم أرشدني اللي خلد بستاني. أنا حبيد العربي، لا 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 ابحث وابحث عن بيت وعنوانا، وابحث عن خلل وإنسان، وابحث عن جنسية وهوي، وطارد خلف جواز السفر لأبرر في إنسانيتي الظلام. واتخذت من الغرب ملجأ لأطفالي وأحبابي وكياني، وهمت غريبة الوحيدة أواري في الغرب ألمي وأحزاني. لا 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 تسألني عن اسمي وعنواني، فالليل منزلي والنجم مصباحي، واللي في الشرق منزل يناديني كل صباح.
Then, as I lived in Portland, Oregon, I felt very ecstatic. I felt like the happiest man on earth. All my troubles left, or so it seemed. Very quickly, the first Palestinian Intifada started, and my friends and I started to feel a little worried. The major newspaper we had in town demonized Palestinians, and every time I read the paper, I did not see the Palestinian side. Therefore, I wrote this poem called News. For the younger generation before the internet, the newspaper was delivered daily to my house in Beaverton, Oregon. You get the news either through the paper or CNN, and both were bad.
I am tired of reading the news. I burn my paper in my fireplace. When will I hear the good news? The news that the roses can no longer be crushed by the monster. The news that the little Red Riding Hood can no longer be stalked by a wolf. The news that those who have can no longer dictate the rules. When will I hear that fire is no longer consuming my Jerusalem? When will I read that justice has come through? Don't deliver me the paper today. Your paper has no news for me. I shall mourn and grieve, and if I talk I shall be brief. I shall dress in black, I shall raise black flags. I shall only speak of my tears. No laughter, no joy, no purple suits, no roses for me, until the war stops, till freedom reigns. Tell the widows to dress in black, tell the orphans to dress in black, tell the soldiers to go back, tell the politicians to stop the attack on the sons and daughters of peace, on the flowers and the roses, on the fig and olive trees, and on the breezy hills of Jerusalem. Peace, peace, peace shall come, war shall end, the black flag shall come down, and infants shall sing with the nightingales. The fear shall subside, and love shall preside on the hills of Jerusalem. I shall be in mourning until the good tidings that Jerusalem is free, and that the vultures have left. Will I hear that fire is no longer consuming my Jerusalem? Will I read that justice has come through? Don't shall deliver me the paper today. Your paper has no news for me. I shall mourn and grieve, and if I talk, I shall be brief. I shall dress in black, I shall raise black flags. I shall only speak of my tears. No letter, no confirm of me, the paper today. Your paper has no news for me. I shall mourn and grieve, and if I talk, I shall be brief. I shall dress in black, I shall raise black flags. I shall only speak of my tears. No laughter, no joy, no purple suits, no roses for me, until the war stops and till freedom reigns. Tell the widows to dress in black, tell the orphans to dress in black, tell the soldiers to go back, tell the politicians to stop the attack on the sons and daughters of peace, on the flowers and the roses, on the fig and olive trees, and on the breezy hills of Jerusalem. Peace, peace shall come, war shall end. The black flag shall come down, the infants shall sing with the nightingales. The fear shall subside, and love shall preside on the hills of Jerusalem. I shall be in mourning until the good tidings that Jerusalem is free, and that the vultures have left.
I became an American citizen and received an American passport. I went to visit Jerusalem, and I came back with a huge disappointment. I was disappointed because this was after the Oslo Agreement, and I thought I'll find things to be in harmony. Instead, East Jerusalem seemed deprived of the many tourists I used to see as a child. Infrastructures were neglected by the Israeli government, among other things. Upon my return, I ended up writing this poem, Palestinian Arab.
I don't know where to start. The rage and anger is locked inside. Driven by passion and crippled by distant emotions, I hide behind my struggle and I don't know how to come out. How to have the courage to curse the darkness, how to stand up and light a candle, how to tell a story that was told a million times, but never through my tongue, heart and lips. Where do I start and how shall I end? Never able to articulate, and I go in circles. I, like a tempest, a volcano, a squall dormant. But beware when it comes out, my friend. I shall tell my story, I shall unlock my lips and my heart. I shall pull my tears, tears of anger, tears of fear, and tears of years of isolation and injustice. I was born to a place I cannot call my own. I was born to a place glorious, yet could not hold my soul in tears, and would not give me hope. Everything I saw in there made me sick. Paradoxical land, beautiful yet sickening, holy yet sacrilegious, fervent yet dull. My friend, I am a stranger, a visitor, living in a strange land. However loved and accepted I am, I shall be stranger to the day I die. I still yearn to my motherland. My life, my friend, is colored with years of injustice and fear. Why, I ask, was I born with a curse? Was my neighbor born to a better God? I hope you get the picture by now. I am the son of misery. They are the sons and daughters of joy and fortune. I am the son of poverty. They are the sons and daughters of wealth and excess. I am the son of the weak. They are the sons and daughters of the strong and powerful. I am who the world watches for. They are those who are cared for. Should I say more, my friend? Did you get the drift? I shall be clear and succinct and spare the rhetoric. I am the Palestinian, the Arab you forgot and still fear. You equate me to bombs. You hear of me only when CNN brings me to your home. Disfigured, maladjusted, and thirsty for blood. I am the Palestinian Arab, the one who you are not sure of. But if you look into my eyes and ask me, I will tell you. No, I am not a sheik. No, my father does not own an oil well. And no, I don't herd sheep. I do not live in a tent, and I've never rode a camel, it is true. I pray to a God called Allah, yes, I dress differently. Should that make me less than you? Through the years you called me names and cut a deep wound in my heart. Today, I ask you to join me and dress my wound. I won't fight or blame you for the damage you have done. I just My life, my friend, is colored with doubt, injustice, and fear. Why? ask. Don't blame you for the damage you have done. I just, to my motherland, my life. My life, my friend, is colored with years of injustice and fear. Why, I ask, was I born with a curse? Was my neighbor born to a better God? I hope you get the picture by now. I am the son of misery, they are the sons and daughters of joy and fortune. I am the son of poverty, they are the sons and daughters of wealth and excess. I am the son of the weak, they are the sons and daughters of the strong and powerful. I am who the world watches for, they are those who are cared for. Should I say more? My friend, did you get the drift? I shall be clear and succinct and spare the rhetoric. I am the Palestinian, the Arab you forgot and still fear. You equate me to bombs. You hear of me only when CNN brings me to your home, disfigured, maladjusted, and thirsty for blood.
Thank you for listening to the Arabian Traveler Poetry. This is your host again, Muhammad Bader, aka the Arabian Traveler. And remember, for every high there's a low, and for every laughter there's a tear, and it's perfectly okay, and you're just fine. I do not get paid or monetized out of the show, so I appreciate it if you follow me, or just jot me a note. Let me know what you liked at thearabiantraveler@gmail.com. Goodbye.